creme de la creme. That's what we're out testing now, isn't it, Tom?
We absolutely are. The AirZ Pro is, I want to say, the best pole on the market.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I've used this one for about a year now, this particular model. I had another one before this. What can I say about it? The best pole I've ever used.
Yeah, I have to agree. Obviously, I've used it a few times, and I even borrowed it for a festival this year, or obviously last year.
Yes, you did. That won't be happening again, will it?
It won't be happening again, no. But anyway, it's a fantastic piece of kit, and in my opinion, it's the best pole on the market as well.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, the pinnacle of Daiwa's pole engineering's gone into it. 13 metres, which is what we're looking at these two poles at today. It's an absolute dream to use, but it is very expensive. It's
how much, Tom? How much are we talking for this pole?
Well, the cheapest I've found online, looking just now, with some top kits with a more power or more match package, is 4,700 quid.
Yeah, which is a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it puts it, if we're realistic, at the price point of most people, doesn't it?
I'd say so. If you weren't, I think it only appeals to professional style match anglers, to be honest, at that kind of price range. That's a lot. And me personally, I wouldn't want to spend £4,700 on a pole.
No, I know you're very tight. Since moving up north, you've changed, pal, haven't you?
I bloody wouldn't be buying one of them, that's for sure. Way out of my price range.
So, yeah, what we wanted to do in this is just look at another alternative, really, the flagship Cadence pole against the AirZ Pro. Now, first of all, no illusions here. I don't think that's as good as the AirZ. I don't think you think that's as good as the AirZ.
I don't think so.
But how much worse is it? Now, bear in mind this, the CP2000 from Cadence, you can pick up the pole only, 13 metres, for a shade under 1,320 quid.
Yeah.
So it's a lot cheaper, 1,320 quid. And with the discount code we're going to give you, you can get 10% off that as well. So you can actually pick it up for around about, what's that, 1170, something like that, 1180. Now, we put them both up at 13 metres. Both of these poles, all the sections interchange. The Cadence is essentially built on the same mandrel as the Daiwas, and as Daiwa have been using for the last 20 odd years, right since the original Tournament Pro back in the day. On both poles we've put the standard Daiwa match kits, the generic match kits. So without further ado, let's have a waggle and let's see how we think they both compare. Do you want to go first?
Okay, well, one difference I've noticed immediately, obviously in this CP2000 Cadence pole, is the length of this 13 metre section. And it's essentially like an XLS, and a Daiwa old XLS section, isn't it? It's probably 10 centimetres longer, isn't it? And that's for 30 metre, 14 and 60 metre sections, I'm going to presume. Is
parallel extensions after 13, so that'll be the case, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but then obviously from the 8 down is obviously exactly the same length sections, look, on the AirZ, all the way along. As the same as the Cadence.
And just because you've got that extra length on the 13 metre doesn't mean it doesn't interchange, of course.
No,
it does interchange.
No, it does interchange with all the Daiwa poles. So we'll have a hold of the Cadence first, shall we? This is CP2000. Now, I've only fished with this pole for one match, and I've had this in my bag for a while, haven't I? But I've only
How did you get on in that match, pal?
Match winner,
Won
champion.
the match at Moorlands on Saturday, didn't you?
Won the match at Moorlands. So I've only used it once, and I thought it was a lovely piece of kit, to be honest. So we're having a nice hold now, and to me, feels lovely. Like I can just hold it, my hands are free to catapult and do whatever I want to do, and it just feels really, really nice. The sections itself, there is a little bit of give, there's a little bit of squeeze, but I think I quite like that. Obviously, when you've got big carp steering off left and right, a bit of give and a bit of a bend.
The alternative to that is it snaps.
Exactly. So a bit of a give's quite nice, and it feels a nice strong pole. So we'll give it a little bit of a flick now, shall we? What do you think?
The recovery is immense, isn't it? 4 and 5. That is literally recovering
the 4
straight
and 5
away.
do recover really, really fast, don't they?
And of course, if we put a short 4 on short kit, etc., that would be even more improved.
I think so as well. Like that's a long match kit on the end of there, isn't it? And I think they're like the floppiest kits to put on, to be honest. And I think the recovery on that's really, really nice, don't you?
I think it's a stunning pole.
I think it's a stunning
for
pole.
the money.
Yeah, really, really nice. And obviously, the feel through the hands feels really nice. Like it's got that Daiwa
ribbed effect, hasn't
That's what you call it, isn't it? Ribbed.
Yeah, ribbed.
Oh yeah.
Ribbed for Sir's pleasure.
Yeah, it slides through the hand really, really nice. And it's just a really nice piece of kit, in my opinion. I can tell already. So, do you want to have a little hold of this one?
Yeah, let's have a waggle.
We'll go on to the AirZ afterwards.
Okay, let's have a look. Again, it's stunning. You could fish with that all day long, couldn't you?
Yeah,
really
really nice.
Usable. It's stiff, it's responsive, it's light. Again, we could tweak things, we could put short kits
Yeah.
on to make it even better if we wanted to. It would
In
reduce
tests
the
in the
length.
future, we will probably do that kind of thing, won't we?
Well, I think the next one we've got to do later in the year, mate, is get both of them at 16. And
Yeah.
we just wanted to keep it simple on this, to make
Yeah.
it 13v13. Obviously, we know the massive price difference, so we wanted to see what you get for your money, basically.
That's a stunning piece of kit, though, isn't it?
Really, really fishable. Really, really nice. Let's stick that back on the roller. There we go.
Right, shall I have a hold of
Go on, AZ Pro.
the best pole on the market, should we say? That's
Yeah.
what we think anyway, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
The recovery
The
is
recovery
quicker.
on that is just unbelievable, isn't it? One thing I will say is it feels lighter to hold already.
Mm.
Maybe not light, but maybe just more balanced, you know, like that one just feels like a little bit like heavier this end than this one. This one feels balanced all the way through, doesn't it? That's the words I'd use to describe it. And yeah, you can see the recovery there on that 4 and 5. It's instant, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very good.
It's a very, very good piece of kit. And again, it feels the same. Like, it does have a little bit of give, so you can bend with big fish on
Strong.
and stuff. It's got that same rib finish. It's a little bit more worn down, because obviously it's been used, this pole. What you remember on this pole is it has never really, it's only been used once.
Yeah,
so.
I've used this for 8-10 months.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is,
yeah. But it still feels, still ships through the hands absolutely lovely, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's a really, really nice piece of kit, isn't it? And it probably is still the best on the market. It's definitely a bit more balanced, in my opinion, than that. But is it worth the price difference? I don't know. So
Let's just remind myself,
you can remind yourself, can't you?
a little dewdrop pole with the cold weather we're faced with today.
Ugh.
Right. Yeah, there's no doubt it's better, but how much better? I mean, that's really what this video is about. That's what we're
Yeah.
asking today. Now, I'm a Yorkshireman. You're living more and more up Yorkshire these days, pal, so you sort of
Yeah.
taking on the careful financial mantra that we all carry up here.
Yeah.
What we're saying, I mean, it's hard to put an exact price difference on them because obviously you can only buy the AZ Pro with some sort of package, but
Yeah.
if we said it's 3 times as much, we'd probably not be,
Yeah.
or we'll say twice as much, just
Yeah.
to be generous,
It
you know?
probably is, yeah.
If we say the AZ Pro is twice the price, I think it's a bit more than that. Is it worth it?
Don't know. It's hard to say. At 30 metres, I'm going to go for no.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it's worth double the money at 30 metres. However, when we do a test later in the year at 60 metres, it probably will be worth the
Yeah,
money.
I think there is
That's
that.
the
That's
issue.
very
That's
important
the-
to say.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I can only speak personally, I've used that. I've given it
Yeah.
some right hammer. That is a stunning piece of kit. But
Strong pole as well, isn't it?
yeah, to me, I totally agree. 13 metres, if I was spending my
Yeah.
own money on a pole tomorrow, man on the street,
Yeah.
that's
That's what you're going
fantastic,
for,
isn't
yeah.
it? So one of the things we did want to say, obviously, as well, is the fact that these are interchangeable
Yeah.
is very useful to Daiwa pole
Yeah.
owners, isn't it? Because it might be that you've got a Daiwa pole out there, you want a spare pole because you're planning on going on festivals, or you want a backup pole. Loads of options in the Cadence range. From this one, the CP2000, which is stunning, CP1000, which is I think 999 quid.
Yeah.
And there's even another little shorter package that interchanged as well that we'll be looking at in a separate video. So lots of options if you did want to interchange them.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect, isn't it? So
So the conclusion is the AZ Pro is better.
it's a fantastic pole, and I think it is better, yeah.
It's not that much better at 13 metres.
No.
Me and Jordan, spending our own money, would probably buy this if we were only fishing 13 metres.
Yeah, I agree.
Fishing longer,
We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
yeah, we'd have to wait and see. And don't forget that discount code. If you are interested in one of these, Cadence have very kindly offered us a discount code which gives you 10% off. And that code is Cadence CMM10. That gives you 10% off all Cadence products. So fill that basket up if you want to. You get 10% off on your first order only. So once you've used it, that's it, all right? So Cadence CMM10, and as I said, that, I think it's a stunning piece of kit. And for a Daiwa pole owner, you've really got to look at what you want to spend your money on if you're looking at a backup pole
Yeah.
or a second pole.
Yeah, I agree.